Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and today I'm going to show another interesting chess game coming from FIDE Candidates Tournaments 2022. White Hikaru Nakamura and black Jan Duda, and this game is interesting, maybe important, because Hikaru Nakamura is going to win this game and maybe Magnus Carlsen will decline to play World Chess Championship match, because what he said, and he said before this tournament, that if Firouzja will not win this tournament and if Firouzja will not be his next challenger, maybe he will not play World Chess Championship match. I hope that he will change his mind, but if not, first two players from these tournaments are going to play World Chess Championship match, and if Magnus Carlsen will not change his mind, that means Nepomniachtchi and Nakamura will play for World Chess Championship title. And for this reason, this game is important, because Hikaru Nakamura is a second after this victory, and his chances to play for World Chess Championship title are not small, and everything depends up to Magnus Carlsen. It's a big question if Magnus Carlsen will play World Chess Championship match against Jan Nepomniachtchi, or he will decline to play this match and we will see new World Chess Champion. If it's up to me, I wish to see Magnus play one more time World Chess Championship match, because I believe that World Chess Champion is the best chess player on the world, and up to me, Magnus is still the best man. So let's watch this game, because this game in some way is important. So, okay, what's happened now? Black decides to believe that this exchange is okay for him, and he doesn't mind to see weak g6 square. Maybe he's right. Okay, still this game is level, and both players are plus minus in a level position, so nobody's got huge advantage. Knight g6 and rook g8 happened, short castle and bishop to c4. Now this knight is a really terrible strong knight, and he's attacking bishop on e3 and of course pawn on b2, and it's not good idea to leave this bishop without any defenders, and this pawn as well. So maybe option is to go maybe to c1, but there is a move d5 and d4, and black is maybe much more active than white wish to see. So white decides to play bishop to c1. Yes, of course, this moves looks like a move backwards, but just for now, because this position is not typical position for knight or defense, and both players will play. So rook c8 happened and h4, and now queen f3, king f7 and h5. So both players has some kind of advantage. White believe in his super strong knight on g6, and black believe in his super strong knight on c4. Both players has not super strong bishops, and I think that still everything is nearly level. Of course, both players are fighting, and both players are playing for win. That's a great for chess fans, and let's follow this game. Queen c7 happened and knight d1. This knight should go to e3, and of course what's going on is this super strong knight on c4. So knight b6 is coming back immediately, and this pawn is under attack. Immediately it's good to save this pawn, so two options, c3 or knight e3, and white believe that the knight e3 is much more stronger. Yes, this knight is going to defend c2 pawn, and maybe is going to attack one day, maybe weakened light squares f5 and d5. Or maybe knight g4 is another threat. So now white is a little bit more active, and what I am surprised that knight which was standing well on c4 is now on b6, and now is going to d7. So what we saw in the last two moves, like black is going to defense, and of course maybe he has to stay in the defense, because what's the threat is to take knight on e5 is a check, and of course here is a rook. At least there is a big threat, and black has to be careful. So black is going to defend e5 pawn. Okay, why not? But at the other side, black is in a defense. So white to play for attack, and he believed that c4 move is the best move, and I agree. Why? Because the biggest black's counter attack is d5. So c4 move is going to stop this really important black move. c4 happened, and knight f8. So okay, now black is going to attack this knight. What's happened if this knight is taking on h5? Nothing, because of course there is pawn as well. So knight h4 and knight h7. That's a beautiful maneuver, because just remember that this knight was standing on c4 and now is on h7, and he is jumping to g5. So looks like this knight was jumping from the left to middle and to right, and that's not usually too often a maneuver where knight is going across all chessboard to g5. So b3 happened, and knight g5, king to e2, and now looks like white lost a pawn, but there will be a strong compensation. So bishop to b2 and rook e8 and knight g6. Okay, maybe black is enjoying extra pawn, but still there will be huge compensation, because white has time to attack pawn on d6, maybe up to these maneuvers. Of course, just remember that this knight on g6 is a super strong knight, and this king on f7 is a weak piece. So altogether, maybe black is enjoying extra pawn, but white is enjoying more activity of his pieces, and this position is imbalanced. But still, I think that both players are nearly in the level position. So king g8 makes sense, and rook d1. So yes, of course, because of extra pawn, white has to be active. Black's got extra pawn, and white has to be active, and he has to attack opponent's weaknesses. So he believed that the biggest weakness is on d6, and just imagine that this pawn is not there. There is two another weaknesses, and huge weaknesses: pawn on e6 and e5. So for this reason, d6 pawn is a super important for white, and white has to be aggressive and has to attack this pawn as good as he can. So a5, knight g4, and bishop d8. One exchange, and rook d2. So white believe in attack of d6 pawn, and black has to be careful, because yes, even he is enjoying extra material. At the end, if he will lose this pawn on d6, he will lose the game. Nothing special. Knight d7 and rook d1, bishop g5 and rook d3, b5, bishop a3 and d5. So okay, we saw moves where black is defending his position, but what's nice, he's not defending passive defense. He's defending with active defense, and that's exactly the best way how to handle a position. Even if we have to defend, even if we have to be careful, still is good to believe in attack, and still is good to think how to go forward. If you are believing that you could win this game, well done. Both players are fighting, and of course, for Nakamura, this game is chance, in case he is winning this game, to be second, and that's a life chance. You know, you never know if Magnus Carlsen will exactly tell that he will not play World Chess Championship match. Maybe Nakamura should be the next World Chess Champion, who knows? So that's a chance, and that's the reason why both players are fighting and both players are playing for victory. So now white took on d5, and after rook c2, bishop d6 and this exchange, now it's really difficult for black. Because now white believe in postpone, and this postpone is important, and this is his chance to win this game. And now black is playing hugely blunder, big blunder. Black has to take on d3 and has to enter level endgame. Okay, I'm going to show this variation, and you will see what everything black missed and why white is winning here. I think that black was not careful, and d6 pawn is super strong pawn, and he's only 2 pawns from d8. So now what has black to play is to take on d3, and after this position, of course, at the end probably this position is draw. Everything changed because now black believe in pass pawn and white has to believe in counter attack, and I will show variation where everything is working well. So both players are playing for their plans. One more time, black is playing for pass pawn and white is playing for counter attack. So check, and both players are running. If there is no draw, there is another chance to have a draw and maybe check. Don't take rook on h1 because there is a queen with check, so best way is to go to g3. If black is not careful, there is checkmate, so he's going to g8 and check. One more time, there is a draw, so black has to take, and there is a draw. That's a fair business, fair results, and that's a draw. Maybe this position is level. Of course, after d6, that was the best way how to play this position. Unfortunately for black, or lucky for white, black is playing blunder. Knight d7, and this is too passive. And now watch how Hikaru Nakamura will win this game without any mercy, without any difficulties. He believed that this pass pawn is a winning pawn, and it's important to unblock this pawn. And if white will be able to unblock this pawn, white is winning. So step by step, he is going to search for this winning plan. And okay, what's going on? Super strong knight on g6 and super strong pass pawn, and here is a blocked knight, so it's important to unblock this pawn, and it's important to unblock this knight. If white will manage to do it, he is winning, and he is not far from the winning position, because after move f3 and rook c6, I have the feeling that black is going back, and black is going to black and is only defending. I am missing somehow his counter attack, and I am missing somewhere his counter blow. And bishop e3, bishop to d2, bishop d4, bishop c3. Still there is a chance to have a draw, but white is playing for the victory. Now his rook is super strong on c7, and black has to see what he will play. So now he came to a8. Okay, one more move we are waiting, and now that's another pawn. And after rook b8, of course, rook c3, and even this looks like black is fighting, black is losing, because d7, that's game over. Why? Okay, because here is a check. So if black will not take on d7, it will be d8 queen. So just imagine that black is taking once, there is a check. If black is taking once, like this way, white will take, and at the end he will play knight f8 fork and winning. So what we saw last that this pass pawn was a winning pawn, and black needy in the level position missed a chance to make a draw. Maybe he was too ambitious, and at the end he lost. And Hikaru Nakamura is enjoying important victory. Who knows, maybe this important victory will give him chance to be next world chess champion. So I'm at the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and you saw not the best game ever, but at least you saw interesting game coming from FIDE Candidates Tournaments 2022. If I'm right, feel free and press like or press follow and make my day. Thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.